apparently Duane Allman wanted a bigger band than six people in the Allman Brothers band. And if you read, I think I see Alan's book back there, One Way Out.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning.
JMO and Tom Doucette both say like he would have had 10 people in the band if he could have. And I've always felt when we got to this size of Tedeschi Trucks Band that in some ways I don't think it was Derek said, "Ooh, I'm going to fulfill Duane's vision." I just think Derek understood that to do this thing that he wanted to do, he needed this big band and this big sound. Which again, I think is awesome.
Is it that he was drawn to specifically horn players and harmony singers? Because obviously Duane recorded with a lot of the Black Soul singers, and there's a lot of those things on those songs, and even some of the Allman Brothers songs. So you could speak to this more than me, and music that Greg and Duane have done outside of the Allman Brothers band does have some horns on it, and obviously, like I was referring to, Duane, you know, doing a lot of guitar work with soul singers. So maybe it's like the combination of, like, you know, guitar dude band and the jazzy bluesy aspects of the Allman Brothers, and rock too, of course, but combining that with the soul and the harmony vocalist and the horns was maybe the vision that you know, Derek was able to ultimately live out, you know, that Duane originally had.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think the idea being, right, this, you know, I coined this term because I thought it was great. Psychedelic soul, swamp sunshine, psychedelic soul, swamp sunshine music. It just, that's what TTB feels like to me. It feels like, and the Allman Brothers are very psychedelic as well, especially, you know, like early in their tenure. And so, I think, you know, I think that they are both very much cut from the same cloth. You know, they're both, you know, singular geniuses at their craft, at both as guitarists, but also as band leaders. And I think that they, you know, they both understood. You know, Derek he'd been a 7-piece Allman Brothers band and a large tour with a large Clapton band. DTB was, you know, pretty large band by the time they were done. You know, kept adding pieces. The horns thing was different, right? That was I guess they added people as they could afford it too. You know what I mean? And that was what the Allman Brothers, I think that Duane was maybe wanting to do. The thing that always got me, Adam, from the get-go was the two drummers. When Derek went with two drummers with this band, I'm like, I think two drummers is the coolest thing in the world. And
agree.
It's because of the Allman Brothers. I'm gonna admit it's because my band, my boys, have two drummers, and I just like, yes.
If you can, why wouldn't you?
Great point. That's another very, 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 very good point.
I don't know. I mean, one thing that jumps off the top of my head. I know a lot. There is a stereotype where, you know, concert goers are not always the most excited about a drum solo kind of thing going to a show.
Yeah.
That sort of gets the back row. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. It's a drum solo, but you're not getting a solo. You with TTB, you are getting in those solo spots. You're getting a duet, which is very, very different than a solo. This is a communication. This is a story. This is a narrative that they're building. This is a lot of the times a rhythmic. It becomes rhythmic, and it's just way, way more engaging, I think, to fans than a drum solo. Plus, you're getting power. It's just more powerful, and it works. You know, it works very well with slower ballads with the two drummers, and it works very well, obviously, with the upbeat stuff as well. And I think that a lot of, you know, anyone coming from just about any kind of music, I think there's an entry point for TTB. I see people post sometimes, oh, I have a friend who's in who I want to send a TTB song. What should I send them? What song do you guys think I should send them? And I say to meet them where they are. Like if they're into ballads and female vocalists, obviously send them some Alicia stuff, send them some Susan stuff, send them a slower ballad. If they're a jam band person, maybe send them Passaquan. If they're a horns person, send them something else. And I think that even like if you're like a metal dude or a hard rock person and you're a drummer, you're going to appreciate the TTB drummers, certainly.